Welcome, everybody, to a Phillies postgame show. It's the fighting final on It's a Wrap Sports Network. Phillies get the win 6-3. Should have been 6-0. Should have been a shutout. Um, but not nonetheless, even up the series versus Chicago, versus the White Sox. And the bats were alive tonight. Way more like what it should have been last night, right? And I don't want to hear about any they got in late or whatever. Something was delayed or they got in check into the hotel. Who cares? You got to travel like that all the time. Can't come out flat like that. Last night, um, yeah. Hey, let's get into some of the other shows that are going on here. Following me at It's a Wrap Sports Network. Following me for the final. We're gonna have Matty B in the final word right after this. Thursdays, you got myself and Pat on the attack and third talking about the Union. And Friday, the wraparound with Pat. Um, I know Pat's having some technical difficulties with equipment and everything, so hopefully he'll be back up and running soon for the wraparound. And then Sundays, of course, Mike Lauro, Pat Bernard, PNM in the AM. Sundays, 9 a.m. And then, of course, fighting final, always. That's for the next series. But for the no, that's for another one. But anyways, great shows on the network. Great show on the network. And football season's right around the corner, so make sure you guys will be checking out post-game shows for the Eagles every single week of the NFL season. But let's get into this. Let's get into the Marsh game, right? This was he kind of set the tone early. I feel like his defense getting the jump on those two plays in the outfield kind of jump started. I feel like what this evening was. Luzardo didn't look good in that first inning. Really, he looked like ass. But it was the defensive plays by Marsh. What he got every single out in that inning, in the opener, in the first inning. But after that, Luzardo looked like Luzardo from earlier on in the season. He looked dominant. He looked more comfortable. He definitely got a lot of help from the defense tonight. I feel like Otto Kemp, after he had that early error, I'm pretty sure that error got called on him. So in the first, I feel like he calmed down a little bit and had a few good defensive plays at third. But Kemp and Kepler got things going with the stack flies. They were up 2-0 Phillies in the second. So you have Luzardo playing comfortable now with a 2-run lead, and I think that's when you got the best of him. Once he was up, once he had a little cushion, once he had some run support, and then Schwarber with absolute bomb, 2-run shot, and that got things really going. His 37th, I think I heard them say it was the hardest hit ball in that ballpark this year. And the crack on the bat, I mean, he got a hold of it. They showed it afterwards that it landed like right between the patio deck, right in between two tables out there. I mean, it completely cleared those benches. So he's playing great right now. He needs to get paid. It's not going to happen, obviously. And then Marsh gets the 2-run home run, his fourth of the year. So Schwarber hit his 37th of the season. Marsh hit his fourth. This was the Marsh game. He was great. Had a double, lots of doubles tonight. Turner had a double. Marsh had a double. Schwarber had a double. Stott had a double at the end. So yeah, so the bats were alive tonight. They got the 6 runs early. They gave up the runs in the end. Those 3 runs. Sosa, home run from Sosa. He had a pretty good game. Sosa had a pretty good game. Let me pull this up. What did he? He had 2 for 4. He had the home run. He had a single in the 5th. Yeah, he was about the only one who was doing anything um, for the White Sox tonight. So it was good to see. Good to see. Good confidence booster for Luzardo. God knows he needed it. Definitely needed it. The Phillies needed it after last night. And the series is now even. Let's get into some of these comments. Nooms, Johnson and Robert on the roster after 8-1 is a GM malpractice. Yeah, no, and it's been a boring, what's it called? Trade deadline so far. So we'll see. I kept seeing all these different rumors of Johan Duran giving hugs in the bullpen and everything, and he got his glove and left, and kept seeing all these what's it called? Rumors of him being traded, being linked to the Phillies. So trying not to buy too much into it until it's legit. Till Star Wars going on. The bad pitcher today of today's game is Robert. Yeah, that was. I'll tell you what. They don't have the run support that they got tonight. Um, that ninth inning, those 3 runs. I mean, that's the recipe for disaster. What it's been pretty much all season for the Phillies, right? So, hey Steve, you're breaking up a little, too little. Just like, oh shoot, sorry about that. Oh, is it? No bueno. Oh no, I got the. Is it the Patty B Wi-Fi? Oh no. Hopefully, hopefully it's coming back. I'm not seeing anything on my end. All right. Thank you for the warnings, folks. Um, but no. What do you guys think of Kemp at third? What do you guys think of Marsh's game? Thought those two really stepped up. Marsh stepped up, on a night where Castellanos was not good. Harper, he uh, he reached on an infield single, on an infield single. So he didn't have a good night. Um, so yeah, so it was good to see Marsh stepping up. Good to see Schwarber still continuing. Turner 2 for 5. JT 1 for 4. Kepler 0 for 3. He did have the sac fly. Just scored the first run, and then Otto Kemp 0 for 3. But again, he had a sac fly, and Bryson Stott pretty quiet up until the end in the 9th, where he got that double. Luzardo 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, and only 4 Ks. So it was the strikeouts that he was lacking. Tonight, got a lot of defensive support, got the run support that he needed. We kind of already went over the White Sox and their lack of really doing anything in terms of um, a stat line reading down. Guerrero, their DH, 2 for 4. He had a run. He had a single in the first, and he reached in the ninth on an infield single. And then Sosa for the White Sox was really the only one. He had the homer late. Cannon, he went 6 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 87 pitches. Gilbert came in, and then Altavia came in, and yeah, and that was it. So good bounce back win for the Phillies tonight to even the series against the Chicago White Sox. And now we wait, try to win the series tomorrow night. Wait for this trade deadline to happen. I'm not getting my hopes too high on anything, especially with the track record for the trade deadline. I feel like this could easily be they don't do anything and anticipate Nola coming back and him doing something, and hopefully not just like a Lewis Roberts Jr. trade in the making. I hope that he didn't just do a rehearsal for them. He wouldn't just do a tryout for the Phillies. So yeah. What do we got here? Nice catch by March in the first inning, saved a run or two. Yeah, I feel like he set the tone, Dave. I feel like he set the tone early on. Really helped out Luzardo in that first inning. Great jump on the ball on both of them. I guess he got all three outs, but the third one went right to him. But the jump he got on the first 2, great. He came out ready to play tonight. And I think that helped Luzardo really get comfortable and allowed him to get in a groove. In the 5th inning, he kind of got choppy again, and it kind of looked like maybe this is as far as he can go. Right, only 5 innings, but he was able to go 7, and the bullpen was able to get the final 6 out. Romano looked good. Thought Romano looked good as well out of the bullpen. So, but that home run by Schwarber, holy hell! Crack at the bat. That was awesome. That was awesome to see. But guys, let's get into the Broad Street bottom line. All right, the Broad Street bottom line for tonight is, hey, when you get some run support, not everything's just a home run. What, you got 4 doubles? I talked about them. Stott, Turner, Schwarber, Marsh, all gave them doubles. You got some guys on base for 2 separate 2-run home runs, and you had guys on base late or early in the game to be able to get 2 sacrifice flies to score runs. So you get that. You got a great performance. I wouldn't say great. I think it was a good performance from Luzardo. This is the outcome. 6-3 win should have been a 6-0 win, but I think that 9th inning showed you got to go get someone. You got to go get a bullpen arm. You got to go get a closer, someone that's not going to give up, because you can get away with giving up a 2-run home run late in the 9th to a team like the what's it called, like the White Sox, but Most nights you're not going to be able to get away with that, especially most nights with the Phillies. You're not getting this much run support. So glad to see it. Hope it can continue. How'd you guys like? How'd you guys like the move from JT and Nick switching from fourth and fifth in the lineup? Joey Hill showing some love. Great win. What's going on, Joe? Hopefully see you Thursday for the attack in third. Yeah, it was a great win. They needed this win. Good bounce back win. Got to go out tomorrow now and win this series. Dave, the thing about Schwarber, he's so strong. That's why the ball jumps off the bat so fast. It's sick. Yeah. No, it was out of here fast. That one, that home run was incredible. It got out of here quick. So yeah, so that's the bottom line for me is you get this run support with this sort of starting pitching when Luzardo's on like this, when Wheeler's on, when Sanchez is on, you know, you get them 5, 6 runs. That's all you pretty much need most nights. You know, for the most part, last night you only needed 4 runs. So if they just would have gotten a few more bats, a few more base runners last night, might be a different result. But that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get some nights. So yeah, so that's the bottom line. Let's go around the bases. Get your guys behind me. All right, let's go around the bases. Take a look at the scores. Let's go over the scores that are final already. The Dodgers beat the Reds 5-4. Yankees beat the Rays 7-5. Sorry. Guardians get the win over the Rockies 10-4. Tigers over the Diamondbacks, the beatdown. Tigers are another team that I can see them being pretty active in the trade deadline. 12-2 win over the Diamondbacks. Orioles, they played a doubleheader versus the Blue Jays. The first game beat down 16-4 over the Blue Jays. Holy hell. And then in the second game, much closer, but they get the win 3-2. And of course, the game we just talked about, that went final. Phillies get the win 6-3 over the White Sox. And we got a bunch of games going on right now. Pirates and Giants just started. They're in the top of the third, 0-0. Padres and Mets. Padres are up 1-0 on the Mets. It's in the middle of the third. They're switching it up. Angels 2-0 lead over the Rangers right now. Bottom of the second, 2 outs. Astros with the 6-2 lead over the Nationals. They're in the top of the seventh, no outs. Marlins and Cardinals. Marlins are up 5-0. Bottom of the eighth. Cubs and Brewers. Brewers with a 9-3 lead. Bottom of the eighth. Twins and the Red Sox. Twins losing. Red Sox up in that one 6-3. And the Braves and the Royals. Royals are up right now 9-6 in the middle of the eighth. So trade deadline is coming up, folks. Mike Papernak, what's going on? Yeah, I hope you're saying your name right. Paper. Yeah, all right. Nice win. What's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Dave Tradebum gets something for him. A reliever work. That's my take on it. Yeah, especially if you can look at, the Phillies have been linked to Sanchez. third baseman. So, he got hit in the hand last night. I guess they said he got X-rays. They were negative. So you can make a swing for him, and then hopefully you don't include Bohm in the trade, and then you use him for trade bait for getting that reliever, getting something. But I think a reliever over a bat right now, I think would go a long way. I would love both, but I don't know. I don't know how realistic it is, Dave. But I'm with you here. I'm okay with trading Bohm. I'm okay with trading prospects. I'm okay if I don't really want a rental, but if the rental is going to bring a World Series, wish I had a genie in a bottle that'd be able to give me the prediction for it though. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up and get you guys over to Matty B, who's going to be starting it up soon, right after this, right after the final, giving you guys the final word and giving you guys his take on the Phillies 6-3 win, and also give you his take on probably how training camp went and the rumors that are going on there out in training camp. So things are heating up, folks. Phillies get the win tomorrow night. I believe Matty B is on the call to wrap up the series. So yeah, guys, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Ring the bell. Go Phils.